And we're back, Human Nuggets here with some more Modern Warfare 2 content for you today. We got the X12 finished out to the 1,000 kills, so we can go ahead and chuck the charm on there for that. The loadout I was using single-handed was the Cronin Lima 6 grip, tuned in for sprint fire and ADS speed. The FJX Diode 70, tuned in for ADS and sprint fire speed again. The XRK Lock 9 barrel, tuned in for ADS and recoil steadiness. The DZS Open Comp, tuned in for recoil control and recoil stabilization. And the XRK Lighting Fire trigger, tuned in for sprint fire and recoil smoothness. And then I also have an Akimbo build, so obviously that's the Akimbo rear grip. The 1mW laser, tuned in for hip spread and hip walking speed. The XRK Sidewinder 6 slide, tuned in for damage range and recoil steadiness. The DZS Open Comp again, tuned in for recoil control and stabilization. And once again the XRK Lighting Fire trigger, tuned in for sprint fire and recoil smoothness. And I actually fully finished out this pistol using it as a secondary, not how I've got it at the moment with a riot shield on the pistol. And yeah, I actually like it. Out of the pistols I'm up to again, it's probably my favorite, so I like it more than the X13 and Deagle. Just because you can get that damage output, it fuck. If my eyes would focus. Like, it has a very high fire rate and a decent headshot multiplier, I think. Like, it's just, you just don't stop left clicking. And obviously, like, it's a pistol, it does a lot better close quarters than it does at range, or like, you know, using it to finish somebody. It's obviously better. This one I actually do like for the whole kill though, kind of like, it's not really necessarily a finisher because you do have that controlled fire rate. Like, obviously the machine pistols have a lot higher fire rate, but they also get a lot more recoil with that. Like, you can see that you can just spam fire this and get kills. Like, it's, fuck, it's actually a decent pistol. We'll swap to the Akimbo one here. Now this map, it's not close quarters enough for Akimbo effectively. Like, you know, they excel in very close quarters, like that. And when I say very close quarters, it's like immediate close quarters. Otherwise, you kind of gotta pay attention and decrease your fire rate so your recoil doesn't get too ridiculous. Because, yeah, you know, immediate proximity, you can spam all you want, and they're probably taking up enough of your screen that it doesn't matter. But you get even, like, traditional, what I'd still call short range, within, like, you know, 10 meters or so. And you gotta be controlled with it. Because it spreads out really quickly. Like, even at that range there, I was probably clicking too fast, that my shots were spreading out too much. Why do I have a frag on this? Oh, that's weird. The frag is getting a grenade skin, which is hilarious that they're adding skins to fucking lethals. Because once they add one, obviously they're not going to stop at one. But yeah, this is it's quite fun to use. I'm not going to be able to Get that guy on the other side of the truck. He's simply too far away. So yeah, like on shipment or something, I'd probably use the Akimbo, but on another class, especially since I can't swap to it, that's not how it works. Especially since the pistol with the sprinter fire and ADS speed has the fast draw, which you know, for classes with guns where that works, because obviously it doesn't work on heavier guns that you couldn't feasibly hold in one hand. I don't know what the cutoff point is, but I just know sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, you can see here in a class with an actual gun you get that fast draw, so you can, like, once it goes away, but like until you actually fully put one of the guns down, it's really fast weapon swapping, which if you're using a gun that it works with is obviously amazing. It's more of a plus side than anything, because I'd use the sprinter fire ADS grip anyway. And then yeah, it's just all around, I had fun with this pistol. You know, the pistols in this game are really strong for whatever reason. Like I guess, in some games they feel like they're atrocious, but I feel like they overcompensated a bit too much in Modern Warfare 2, because they're better than some of the primaries. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. Fun to use. Not like close quarters, it's pretty dangerous. There's no real close quarters map to show that off on at the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't. That was a terrible example, but like, there is a downside where I think that no matter how close you are, you can't get a one-shot headshot. I think it's always two-shot, so like if that sways you one way or another. Could be wrong about that, I just don't think that I've ever gotten one. So yeah, if you're after something like that, you're better off with other pistols, but if you're after something that you can swap to in close quarters and absolutely shred, this is it. And if you're using it as the only gun instead of swapping to it, you will get a very sore hand, because its power comes from how fast you can shoot, and that relies on how fast you can tap. So prepare to have a very painful hand if you're using it all the time. And yeah, I will leave it there for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.